Hey, Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Friday. Today is Friday, January 23rd. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Now, happy Friday, Freedom Friday, aka Freaky Friday, okay? I will be using affirmations for this message. Now, I literally just finished doing a reading not too long ago. It probably will be the 30-minute video that I just did, and there's this energy that I had felt, okay, when I was doing the reading, and it's like a sense of frustration, okay? Now, it may not be everybody in the collective, but there is a sense of frustration and irritableness when it comes to dealing with other people in your energy, or feeling like people in your energy are purposely doing things to be spiteful or to get like some type of energy out of you, okay? Now, when it comes to respecting people's boundaries and spaces, some of you guys could feel like you guys are dealing with children, okay? When I say dealing with children, I mean dealing with people who feel like, you know, what they did was warranted, and they feel very good about themselves about what they did. Because if they didn't feel good about themselves, you know, they would take accountability for it, okay? And for some of you guys, there's something about, you know, people not taking accountability because they think they're perfect, okay? So you guys could be dealing with a lot of people who project a lot of insecurities onto you guys. Now, I am trying to clear out that energy before I start this reading because, like I said, you guys could be very sensitive to energy at this time. Okay, this could be about your surroundings, your environment, people around you, things like that. Okay, and because you guys are standing on business, it might be triggering to some people who would prefer you to go back to the old you, meaning being able to use you, whether this is your energy, your time, your money, whatever the case is. People would prefer the old version of you because they know the old version of you would have just let it be. Okay, now this new energy that you guys are in, you guys are not tolerating crap from anybody. Okay, so let's get some affirmations for you guys to see what affirmations you might need to know when it comes to the current energy. What do you guys might need to know for today? Okay, so let's find out, guys, what you guys need to know. Because clearly this energy that is circulating right now, it's almost like the collective is slowly trying to move away from people in that space. And then it feels like there's like people still trying to find ways to get the collective back into that space. So let's see what shows up in this energy, because clearly, clearly there's a lot going on, okay? So let's see. So yes, this first card says, I am loving, and it makes sense, okay? For those of you that are very loving and you guys are very particular about how you spend time with people, who you want to spend time with people with, could be very significant, okay? You are very cautious about how you share your time and energy with people, okay? This card says, I'm loving. It says, I spend time with people who are important, and keyword, who are important to me. Keyword, okay? It says, and I give them my affection. It is safe for me to be loving and vulnerable. My love is needed, okay? So for some of you guys, when it comes to dealing with other people and you being very loving, you're very discerning about who you give your love to. And I mean this like in the most recent, okay, most recent energy. So the new moon that just passed, you guys are very particular about who you have in your energy, who you want in your energy, and you would prefer not to have toxic, you know, ignorant, okay, imbalanced energies, okay? People who are very flip-floppy, people who don't know what they want in life, very indecisive. You guys are just getting rid of that. Okay, Scorpio energy, transformations, Pluto energy. This could be a whole generation also. Okay, this card says, I'm fierce. It says, I'm a loyal friend, a trusted partner, an inspiration, a force of nature. I live with passion and I don't let myself be diminished. My fire is bright and I'm full of life. So some of you guys, when it comes to your fire is very bright, okay? You have a light about you that people try to always dim. Okay, I don't care what placements you have in your chart. Once you have fire placements in your chart, from experience, I know this because I'm an Aries moon. A lot of people who have either come in my life, as an example, have either tried to dim my light, dim my energy. And for some of you guys, as someone who does readings, okay, especially with this current energy of you guys shifting through timelines, there's something about you no longer entertaining that anymore. Okay? It's like, if I'm too fiery for you, if I'm too blunt, if I'm too passionate, okay, for you, and this has nothing to be about rudeness or anything like that, if you're mad about my confidence, too bad, okay? Too bad, okay? And this is where you guys are showing up as fierce, okay? You guys are confident in yourself. You don't care what people think about you or say about you, okay? Because you know yourself, okay? So this is the affirmation you guys could be wanting to say to yourself is, you know, you guys are fierce. You guys know who you are. You guys are also learning, okay? You're learning from your experience, okay? You guys are evolving, and it's okay for you to change your mind. It's normal and healthy to make mistakes, but it means that you guys are living, okay? And mistakes could be anything. Now, these mistakes could be you, like I said, tolerating certain people in your energy, entertaining certain people who didn't deserve your energy, you know, going in spaces that you knew deep down inside wasn't beneficial for you, but you still went, okay? Even when it comes to dealing with certain people, okay, there could have been things that you've done in the past where you guys were not, you know, proud about. Or for some of you guys, there's people in your energy who have done things to you in the past that they're not proud about. Okay, but there is something about you learning about a specific situation in this time present, okay, or present time, I should say. There's something about you guys learning about something, okay, taking it with a grain of salt and seeing it for what it is, and just accepting that once you leave that environment or, you know, these people or places or wherever it is that you guys are moving away from, they know that once you move from this energy, you are never coming back. Okay, you're never coming back, okay, because you realize that your energy is sacred and not everybody deserves to be in it, okay? It says, I am sovereign. It says, I am the leader of my own life. I take full responsibility of my happiness and my disappointments. No one owes me anything, and everything I do is by choice. My life is in my hands. So again, for some of you guys, when it comes to your happiness and disappointments, you do not blame people for your disappointments. Okay, but people love to blame you for their disappointments because, like I said, projection is something that happens when it comes to the collective. We mirror people and people do not like it. Okay, so if you're in a happy energy and you're very happy, you're happy-go-lucky, it's almost like people don't like to see you happy, but it's okay for them to be happy. Okay, so if you guys are the collective watching this video, there's something about your energy where, like I said, you guys could be dealing with people where they try to control your happiness. And you guys said, no, okay, I'm not doing that. You guys are not doing that. I'm not allowing that. Okay, for some of you guys, this could be friends, this could be family members, this could be even people that you just met. Okay, but literally trying to control the narrative, okay? Or there's people in your energy that, you know, while you're doing your own thing, minding your own business and trying to be happy, they were watching your energy the whole time like a vampire, like an energy vampire, okay? And this is what I say when I say to people, protect your energy because there are people out there who try to take your innocence, okay? They like your power, they like your energy, and they try to take it away for themselves, okay? So believe it when you hear about people trying to harvest people's energies, okay, for themselves. You would rather protect your energy because you know if you protect your energy, you will always bring the sun with you everywhere you go. Okay, you are the sun, you are vitality. Okay, you are the powerhouse. Yeah, I belong. Okay, it says, I am part of an infinite cycle of creation. I have the right to be in this world. I am surrounded by true friends. Okay, I'm connected to heritage, my heritage, and I am never alone. For some of you guys, like I said, when it comes to being alone, you would rather be alone, like I said, than to be around a group of people who don't respect you and your energy. Okay, now for some of you guys, when it comes to you being alone, for people who think that you're alone and they try to attack you because they thought that you were alone, you were never alone. Your ancestors and your spirit team was always watching and protecting over you. Okay, and that's the problem with people nowadays is they think that they can do whatever they want to the collective without having any repercussions. So Even if you don't do anything, say someone does something to you guys, whether this was a day, a month, years, okay, 365 days out of the year, okay, you are no longer in this energy of being connected to people like this because your ancestors were protecting you, because God, the universe, everything was protecting you from this energy or environment. Okay, you were not able to see things in the 3D, but guess what? In the 5D, you were able to pick up what they put down. Okay, so being connected is also significant, okay? It says, I am a part of the oneness of creation. My life is shaped by many people and forces, seen and unseen. I am in tune with myself. I listen to my body. I honor my needs. I'm going to read that again, guys, okay? I listen to my body and I honor my needs. Okay, guys? So, if you guys are listening to your body and honoring your needs, that will mean that if you pick up any type of little slight change in the energy, you're gone. You're gone. Okay? You're not entertaining it, you're gone. Okay? You're not staying for the ride, you're not staying, for fun. You're gone. You know why? Because you guys are relaxed. You guys live in the moment, you trust the flow of life. Okay, you're open to change, and also there's nothing to rush. So everything that you're doing right now, you are trusting because it always works out for you in your best interest. Even when people try to stop you, okay, your divine power or what it is that you're trying to build by doing distractions or, causing all these unnecessary chaos in your energy could be very significant. And a lot of people may not realize this about the collective, but some of us work better under chaos and pressure. You know why? Because it means you need to get out of there. Okay? It means you need to leave because your energy is too pure for whatever is happening in the energy around you. Okay, so safe. I am safe. It says, I couldn't have done that without you. I love how you really listen to me. I am blessed to have you in my life. So for some of you guys, when it comes to dealing with people, you may have some people that you're very blessed, okay, to have them in your life. These are people that could be helping you, whether this is friendships, okay, or even just meeting a random stranger on the street could be very significant. Okay, like you guys could be meeting people who treat you better than your own family. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of times people think that because you're blood with somebody or because you grew up around somebody or because they saw you when you were younger, whatever the case is, okay, a lot of you guys are removing yourselves from people like this because it almost feels like people feel like they have a control over you or they feel like they can control your life. And I don't think people realize this, but you are in control of your life. Okay, so if people wanted to be shady to you or do shady things to you or lie on your name or, cause a lot of chaos in your life, let them, okay? Because you know what? Karma does not miss, okay? Karma goes to every address. Okay, and people do not realize that karma does not miss. That means you don't even have to do anything. No black magic, no hoodoo, no voodoo, no nothing. Okay, karma will always go to where it needs to go. So if you were treated poorly or, people treated you like they treated you, okay, like I said, you guys are able to move forward because guess what? Karma. Okay, so you don't even have to do anything. Let the universe work in your favor. Trust that the universe has it under control. Okay. It says, I release self-judgment and embrace self-love. I find beauty in every aspect of my being, okay? This card says, message from love angels. We can fly into your life when you need help finding love for yourself. Allow us to help you see yourself clearly as a true beloved child of the divine. And some of you guys are seeing the truth now for what it is. You guys are the divine. You are beloved. You guys are the child of the divine. And that could make some people upset because you are more God-fearing than the people who pretend to be God-fearing. So even if you don't go to church, even if you don't know your Bible or if you don't study the Bible like how most people study it, okay, you just being somebody who gives your energy to people that don't see the real you, okay, could be also significant as well. So you may be a certain way when you're home and people may look at you a certain way when you're home because they think that they know you because of what they see. But behind closed doors, you guys could be somebody who, you guys give to your community. Okay. You guys are always helping your community. Okay. But because you're not walking around with a camera constantly in your face or walking around your family and friends like, look what I did, look what I accomplished, look. People might think that you're lazy or that you've never accomplished anything because that's what they would do. And I'm just saying, collective, that is what they would do. These affirmations are supposed to help you move forward, okay? And not allow anybody to try to tap dance in your energy for fun, okay? Have boundaries, protect your space, protect your energy. People, places, whatever it is, things, whatever it is that you have to protect your energy from, protect it. Because again, if you guys were judging yourself in a situation, don't. Okay? Don't judge yourself. Because those are the same people that while you were judging yourself, making sure that, let me do this way so that it doesn't look like that, let me do that this way, they were the ones that were being judgmental this whole entire time. Okay? So yeah, it says, I'm clear and focused on my life purpose. I confidently move forward towards my destiny. Okay, so again, when it comes to your life purpose, it says we can help you gain clarity on your purpose and guide you to a move confidently and swiftly in the right direction. So like I said, when it comes to releasing people, places, and things, it's because you guys are clear about your purpose. You know what it is that you're supposed to do, and that is why you don't have time for people's nonsense, okay, their foolishness, their mind games, okay, the pettiness, the tardiness, whatever it is in this energy that you guys are feeling or sensing, because again, like I said, people are trying to get you to react a certain way. 12-12, okay, you guys are picking certain choices, okay, when it comes to the situation, okay? It says, I'm beautiful, the world is beautiful, my future is beautiful, okay? So messages from Archangel Jophiel. It says, as the beauty of God, I can help you see positive in any situation. Put up my uplifting rose-colored glasses. So some of you guys, when it comes to rose-colored glasses, you guys could have took off the rose-colored glasses when it came to certain people. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to seeing people for who they are, and what they do, okay, while you were innocently maybe pulled into this environment or pulled into this energy, whatever entity that it was, okay, for some of you guys are seeing life in a different perspective now. So instead of looking at your family and friends and people that are around you like, oh my gosh, these are my people, now you may be looking at those same dynamics, and it may not be for everybody, but now you guys are looking at those dynamics like, wow, this whole time I was putting a lot of time and energy into, people, places, and things that actually don't support me mentally, physically, whatever it is, right? Some people were trying to play on your mental stability as well. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that is absolutely the grossest, the most worst thing somebody could do to somebody is playing on their mental well-being because they had a kick out of it. Like, hate is such a strong word, but I actually despise people who know that people could be going through something mentally and they still try to kick somebody when they're down. Okay? That's wrong. I'm going to be honest with you, that's wrong, okay? And that is why when it comes to standing up for what you believe in, that is why I always say to you guys, walk away from environments, whether this is a person, a place, or a thing that no longer serves you. People know what they're doing when they do it, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Some people don't, but some people do. And that is why these affirmations are to confirm that you guys are everything in one. You guys are loving. You guys are fierce. You guys are connected. When it's time for you guys to be relaxed, you guys can be relaxed. Okay? You guys have a lot of passion about you. And even just speaking out to the collective, okay, this energy, I'm so proud of you guys being in this energy because like I said, you either people pleased a lot of people who didn't even deserve it, okay? And they were benefiting a lot from you because of how nice you guys were. Okay, and nice is different from being kind. Now you guys are being kind. There's a difference of being kind and being nice. Okay, when you're nice, people think it's okay to walk all over you. Okay, and when you're kind, people realize, oh shoot, I can't do this to the collective anymore because they woke up. Okay, so a good way to overcome stress is to help others out of theirs. Okay, so that could be confirmation for some of you guys. Cherry blossoms could also be significant for some of you as well. Okay, it says be at peace with your own soul, then heaven and earth will be at peace with you. Simple. The more you're at peace with yourself, and I think that's also what frustrates a lot of people about the collective, is knowing that we can be peace or at peace within ourselves. Okay? We don't need a book. We don't need a person. We don't need anybody to tell us it's okay to be at peace. Some of us just find that peace automatically. Some of us have to go through certain lessons to find that peace, unfortunately. But once you find peace within yourself, you really start to see things about the places that you go to, the environments that you stay in, the people that you have around you, okay? And it's not even trying to be mean, it's true, okay? Yeah, no one is perfect, but when you entertain things that are absolutely wrong, okay, and in your eyes, you're like, oh, because it didn't happen to me, you know, it happened to the collective, so, oh, whatever. You know, that's why karma comes back to every single door, okay? So success is peace of mind. And I think people don't realize that either. People think success is about having money, okay, having a roof over your head because, you know, you guys pay your bills and do what you need to do. Yeah, that is success as well. But guess what? A homeless person, okay, could be successful because there's peace in their mind, whether they're homeless or not. And then you have people who have the biggest homes, the biggest cars, the biggest money, the greatest relationship, the best partner, okay? And they will still find something to complain about, especially when it comes to the collective, okay? So while the collective is happy-go-lucky, minding their business, doing what they need to do, you know, just being focused, you could have other people around you who look at you and think, wow, you're so successful because, you know, you have a house and you have a car and you have this and you have that. But they don't realize that mental stability is more successful. I don't care if I have a car. I don't care if I have the biggest home. I don't care what you have, okay? If I don't have peace of mind for myself, I don't care what anybody has. And that's where some of you guys could be right now in your life. It's like, okay, great, you have material gain. That's whoop-de-doo. Okay, anybody can work really hard and get 80 jobs, okay, and save up their money and get 10 cars and 10 houses and whatever they want, okay? But once you do not have peace of mind, it doesn't matter what money you have, it doesn't matter what relationship you have, it doesn't matter who you have around you, you will always be sad because you didn't do the inner work. And for the collective, why I'm proud of you guys is because you guys did the inner work. So even if you step into stability or abundance, it's nothing to you because you knew what it was when you had nothing. But all you had was your peace of mind, okay? So success is peace of mind. It says, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction and knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable of, okay? So you guys, take what resonates with this, okay? There's this energy, like I said, when it comes to you guys protecting your energy, moving forward, okay, not tolerating, you know, certain things anymore when it comes to people, places, okay, and being in that energy, standing on business. Now, some of you guys too could be dealing with people where, you know, if they've disrespected your peace, disrespected you in the past, they may think that you're coming back to them. And it's like, you're not. Okay. Like, I'm not talking about, like I said, people who, you know, did something by mistake or they said something by mistake and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I feel bad. And they apologized right away. I'm talking about people who did what they did. They knew what they were doing. They talked about it and they stood on it, or they knew what they were doing, or they did it. And they had an adult telling them, oh, by the way, you were wrong. Like, imagine you being an adult and having another adult telling you, oh, by the way, you were wrong to treat the collective the way that you treated them. That is why you guys are cutting off certain people and releasing them, because you're seeing the buffoonery for what it is. You're seeing the tricks, you're seeing the games, you're seeing the scams, you're seeing everything for what it is. And that is why people don't like you guys as a collective. Now, speaking for the collective, I know you guys don't care, okay, about what people think about you. And that's the confidence that you guys should have, okay? Not caring about what people think about you because, like I said, you being confident in your skin is allowing you to move forward in your desires, okay? And when you're confident in your skin and you receive your desires, you will always attract people, unfortunately, whether good or bad, okay? When it comes to that energy. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you. I have, I think, one more deck to do when it comes to another reading. So I'll post that as well. But again, most of my videos today will have a lot of passion. It will have a lot of fire. It will have a lot of, you know, preachiness to it, because like I said, some of you guys are done. Okay, you guys are over it. You guys are in such a peaceful state of mind that every and anything that is not supposed to be in your energy will feel like a nuisance to you now. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. Even if you love your family deep down inside, even if you love your friends deep down inside, there's still that feeling knowing that I've seen what I've already seen and I can't come back from that. And that might be hard for you guys, okay? So when it comes to like releasing and letting go people, like I said, it could be very hard for you, but you guys are doing it the best way you know how, okay? And keep moving forward in that energy because you don't owe anybody anything, okay? If somebody really wanted to apologize to you for how they treated you, they would have done it a long time ago. But unfortunately, some people move in ego and they move in pride, okay? And some people would rather, you know, pretend that certain things do not happen, and they wonder why why is the collective mad? Why is the collective not talking to me? Why is the collective this? And it's like, but you know why? And I think that's where you guys are at right now. You guys are looking at people like, are we really going to sit here and act like you were not disrespectful? And I think that's where you guys are. And that is where you guys could be, you know, in the middle between the full moon and the new moon that just passed and another full moon that's coming up in February, where you guys are in the middle right now, where you guys are trying to release and let go people, places, and things. And it's kind of hard because these are the same people that you thought would be there for, you know, eternity, or you thought that you could carry these people with you. And you've realized that you cannot. Because mentally and physically, they might be draining you, okay? Either draining your energy, your resources, okay? They're draining you. So I'm going to leave it here, guys, but continue to be fierce, continue to strive, continue to push yourself out there for better, okay? Nothing is wrong with you wanting better for your life or for yourself. Okay, nothing is wrong with being ambitious. Okay, if somebody in your energy does not like your confidence or you being ambitious, too bad, so sad, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, okay? That is up to them, that they need to take their energy and they need to focus on themselves, okay? I would rather be around a collective of people who like to grow, who like to learn, who like to better themselves, than for people who always make comments about people, places, and things that never, you know, that never support that, okay? Or doesn't serve them. That's like me watching the news every day, all day, and complaining about why is the news so toxic? Ugh. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. But yeah, thank you for watching to the end of this video. Thank you for supporting my page, my channel, and what it is I'm trying to build for you guys, okay? But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. You guys be safe out there. I think there's an ice storm happening for some of us that live in North America. So you guys be careful, be safe, and, you know, protect yourselves out there. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. And if you guys want to book a reading, you guys can do it on my website. It's www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, or you guys can, you know, follow me on YouTube or on TikTok, okay? I've been saying this a lot, but I've been trying to get you guys to move over to YouTube because, like I said, I don't know what's going on with TikTok and the platform itself. So again, I'll see you guys in the next video. But again, thank you guys for the support, and keep striving, you guys. Keep pushing, okay? The reason why I keep saying it like that, and the reason why my tone sounds the way that it does, because I have faith in you guys that you guys are going to be successful and you guys can strive for better, okay? And you deserve better. Anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Bye.